the one thing that affects your heart directly is your size of your meal. The bigger the meal, the larger the requirement of blood from the heart. So the heart has to work so hard after a large meal. Having a large meal is like almost running a mile as far as the heart is concerned. So that's why it's called a hearty meal, because the heart is the one organ that meal touches. That's why, what is the lesson you learned? Small meal. SMALLMEAL. But more frequently. You can, healthy time is 6 meals a day. 6 meals a day. Intervals of not more than 2.5 hours. Never keep an interval of longer than 2.5 hours between meals. Meal doesn't mean every meal should be like what is served there. No. Meal is a feed. Okay? I'll give you a very simple formula. 8 to 8:30 a small breakfast, which is a must. Never skip a breakfast. That is the most important meal of the day. But very small. For South Indians, the best thing is idli. Idli is very nutritious, very hygienic. It is not touched by the hand. And idli made out of brown rice. Never eat white rice, because white rice is as good as useless and as bad as poison. Eat brown rice. And the browner the rice, the better. Not brown by color. You get now colored rice. Not that. Real brown rice with a husk. Adu one. Then North Indians, what do you have? I don't know really. Chapati and all is not good food actually for breakfast. Something made out of, you don't have anything made out of rice in North India. Well, yes and no. Because too much of fruits alone will give you a lot of fructose, which is not good for the body. Don't eat only fruits the whole day. No. That's not a good idea. You can have a fruit a day, a fruit a week. Once a week you can have a fruit day. Doesn't matter. Whole day fruit. Morning fruit, afternoon fruit, evening fruit. Fruit juice. Good, because you are giving rest to the digestive system. But the whole day fruit is not a good idea at all. Because the breakfast of the day, because you are fasting for about 8 to 9 hours at night. Remember that. The first thing is very important. So you must have a small breakfast. Mid-morning is very important. About 10:30 to 11, something small. Lunch, again small. About 12:30, 1:30, between 12:30 and 1:30. Evening, again 3:30, something small. Dinner, 6:30, small. Supper, small thing at 9:30. So 6 meals a day. This is very good to prevent diabetes and prevent metabolic disease. And if you are a diabetic, 6 meals a day is a must. Never have 1 meal a day. Very dangerous. A lot of people say, I eat only once, I have no time. I eat only once. Very, very bad for health. Because your metabolism is so upset. You require a smooth metabolism. The whole day it must be like that. Small meal. As small as you can. The smaller you eat, the longer you live. The bigger the meal, the shorter you live. But remember, it is not what you eat that kills you. It is what eats you that kills you. What eats you? What's eating you? Negative thoughts. Negative thoughts. No, more than worries, hatred, which is called hostility in our language. You are a hostile person. You don't want somebody to come up in life. You are not happy when someone comes up in life. You are unhappy when somebody comes up in life. You want to have his position. You want to look up and compare yourself with the higher people. Never compare yourself with the lower people. I always tell people, look down, you are very happy. Now you may say, I have only 2 shirts. Look at people who have no shirt at all. Why shirt? They have only a loincloth. They are still alive. When Gandhiji went to meet the king for a round table conference, as he was going, somebody said, oh, you must be very properly dressed to see the king. So he said, why? Your king has dressed enough for about 10 people, and I have enough dress for myself. And he has enough dress for all of us, and he can give some of it to me if he thinks I am not properly dressed. So look down, you are very happy. Now what you eat, I am not worried. Eat what you like. Okay, each one of you have preference. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But don't eat a big meal. Number one, it affects the heart. Number two, this L-tryptophan cuts your light out sleep interval. That's what's called a light out sleep interval. Do you know that? Some of you, when you put off your light and go to sleep, within 2 seconds you start snoring. Some of you roll in bed for 1 hour, struggling to fall asleep. This interval is called light out sleep interval, which is different for different people. Remember that? But this L-tryptophan shortens that. That is why your old granny used to tell you, before you go to bed in the evening, have a cup of milk. Because you fall off. Children always are a nuisance at night, if they don't sleep. So nanny wanted to put them to sleep. That's all right for a child. But as an adult, don't drink milk when you go to bed. Milk is poison. In the first place, cow's milk is poison for a human being. That's a different story. But milk is poison for you in the evening and night. It increases the secretion of mucus in your respiratory tract. Makes you feel difficult to breathe at night. If you are an asthmatic, milk is poison at night. You should not take milk products the whole day if you ask me. But if you want to take it before 12 o'clock. After that, no milk product. Never spoil your beautiful coffee with milk. Never poison your beautiful tea with milk, because coffee and tea as such are good. Never ever poison yourself with white sugar. The best is cane, next is jaggery, but not sugar. If you know how they make sugar from jaggery, you will not ever look at sugar.